Hi friends. So today we'll be seeing the basic of loops. Once we understand the basic of loops, we can tomorrow we can start learning about star patterns. To understand star patterns, the loop concept is very important. Okay. So because in the star patterns, each and every line when explaining, you should know the basics. So that's why that basics we'll do today. Let's see. So, definitely loops are required in our programming because if you want to do anything multiple times, okay, then definitely you have to use the loops. I think all of you might be knowing this. So let's say there is one if block here, okay? There is an if block. What's the difference between if, okay, and loops? So if you write if here and if I write true, okay, see how the control flow. If I write here, okay, system dot out dot print ln, okay, print ln. And I will tell print high, right? Yes, I have told print high. Now what will happen? How the control will flow, right? Control will flow like this. First control will come to main method. After it comes to the main method, it will execute this line. Okay, it will execute this line. Is the condition true? Yes, the condition is true. If the condition is true, it will execute high. So high is executed. Then the control will come below and the control will exit the if block. The control will exit the if block. So how many times the control has gone to this if? The control has gone to if only once, right? Yes, that is how your if body is. But what if, until the condition is true, you have to keep on doing it. You have to keep on executing that piece of code, right? So those kind of situations, we need the help of while loop. Okay, we need the help of while loop. So So here, if I write while loop, okay, how the control will flow, I'll undo this. And instead of if, only what you have to change is like this, okay? You have to remove this if and you have to make this while, okay? So I'll tell you, since I've written while, there are three types of loops here, okay? There are three types of loops. Three loops are there. That is, first one is simple one is a while loop, okay? Then the next simple one is the for loop, right? Then next is the do while loop. Okay, so these are the three loops which will be seen. So let's talk about while loop now. So how the control will flow in the while loop. Okay, so second and third, these are the types, right? These are the types. How the control will flow is like this. First, the control will come to the main method. Always control comes to the main method first. Inside the main method was the first line, that is a while loop. So control will go to the while loop. Now see how the control is flowing. Is the condition true? So as soon as control comes to loop, it will check whether the condition is true or not. Yes, condition is true. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, it will execute. Yes, condition is true. It will execute the body of while loop. So this is the body of while loop. It will execute that. It will print, okay, high. It will print once. It will print high. After that, see how the control will flow. This is very important. After that, what will happen is, don't you think it will see this closing bracket? After this high is printed, closing bracket is, we can see closing bracket here. So as soon as it sees closing bracket, what will happen is, again, the control will go here and it will again check the condition. It will again check the condition. It will keep on checking the condition. Is the condition true or false? If the condition is true, what will happen? Whenever the condition is true, the body of the while loop is getting executed. So again high is printed. Again the control will come inside and again high is printed. After printing this high again the control will come out of this print ln. So what it sees a closing bracket of which loop? Of the while loop. So whenever it sees a closing bracket, it will check the condition. Again, it will check the condition here like this. Now, is the condition true or false? The condition is always true. Again, it is true. So again, whenever the condition is true, same like if, while loop body gets executed. So what's the difference between if and while loop? In if, control will execute only once, but here in while loop, it will keep on executing until the condition is false. But is the condition false? No. So will it be ever be false? No, it will never be false, right? Which means it will keep on executing high. It will keep on executing this high again and again. So what we'll be having is infinite while loop. We'll see. So let's execute. this is very basics, right? This is very basics. Okay. Guys, do you want me to be more louder? Am I audible? Or should I be more louder? How it is? Okay. So I hope you have taken this screenshot. Okay. Take the screenshot. Those who don't know basics, you can take the screenshot. Okay. So let's this is clear all drawings. So that is how the control will flow in while loop. Let's take some example here. Let's take some example. What I'll do is I'll write here, okay, is 2 greater than 5. Okay, is 2 greater than 5? Or let me tell like this. Okay, let me create two variables. Okay, int a is equals to 2, right? So I'm asking question: is a greater than 5? Okay, this is what I'm asking. So what will be the output here? Let's trace. Let's trace. So control will come here. Okay, int a equals to 2. So now a is initialized with 2 in the memory. It will come here and it will check the condition. What's the a value? A value is 2. Is 2 greater than 5? No, 2 is not greater than 5. So the condition is false. When the condition is false, will the while loop execute? No. If the condition is true, then only the while loop executes. Now the condition is false here. What will happen when the condition is false? When the condition is false, the control will directly come out of the while loop. The control will directly come out of the while loop, which means nothing will get printed. Nothing gets printed. Let's see. Those who don't know basics, please take the screenshot. Okay, see, as you can see, I have executed, okay? Even though I have executed, I have not gotten any output because the while loop never executed. Okay, so those who don't know basics, please take the screenshot. Okay, so I hope you have taken the screenshot. So let's, let me write one thing here. Let me execute one example. Okay. So I will write, a, let's say plus a. I will execute. This is what I will tell. Okay, plus a. Is it great? Is it less than 5? This is what I will tell. Okay, let's see. Now we have to trace. So that's why what I'll do is I'll do a memory here. Memory of a. I will do memory of a. What's the initial memory of a? 2. Okay, memory of a is 2. So it will check the condition. Is it 2? Okay, is it 2? Is it okay? So when the control comes here, plus 2 will happen. So plus 2, first of all, increment that a value. So it becomes 3. After incrementing a, after telling plus, then use the value of a. What's the value of a? 3. Is 3 less than 5? Yes, 3 is less than 5. Okay, if 3 is less than 5, execute. Okay, execute system.out.print high. Now I will not print high. Now what I want to print is the value of a. Okay, I want to print value of a, so I'll be printing a here. And what's the value of a right now? It is 3. So in my output, okay, in my output, so what is my first value? A. What is the current value of a? 3. So 3 gets printed. After printing that a value, again it will see the closing bracket. So again it will check the condition. So when it check the condition again, okay, now plus a will happen. Plus a becomes 4. It will check the condition. A is 4. Is it less than 5? Yes, 4 is less than 5. That is also true. Right? If that is true, what will happen? Execute the body of the while loop. Now, what's the body of the while loop? SOP A. What is the A value in the memory? The A value is 4. So 4 gets printed. After printing 4, closing of while loop, right? Closing of while loop. So whenever there is a closure of any loop, it will check the condition. So it check the condition and plus a. First increment the value of a. A becomes 5. A becomes 5. Is 5 less than 5? No, 5 is not less than 5. Condition is false. When the condition is false, what will happen? The code will not execute. The control will come out of the while loop. So control has come out now. Okay, so this is our program. Output will be 3 and 4. I hope you have understood this. Take this screenshot, okay, and comment, whether you have understood or not. So I have, yes, I have to remove that high and high, right? So that's why what I'll do is I'll remove I'll remove this. I'll tell print a value. Okay, so that, yes. See, the output is 3 and 4. Yes, take the screenshot. Just a minute. Okay. So let's take other examples here. Okay. So, do you know this symbol? Okay, there is something called as tending to. Okay, tending to 0. Okay, have you seen this? A tending to 0. Okay, A tending to 0. Have you seen this? While A is tending to 0, okay, execute the while loop. Okay, that is the operator. I think I have not told you. No one knows this also. So let's see here. What I'll tell is A value is 3. Okay. So when A is tending to 0, okay, keep on printing the A value. So that is what I have told, right? Yes. So now what will be the output, right? What will be the output? Okay. Can anyone tell me, okay, what is this? Can anyone tell me what is this symbol here? Does anyone know about this symbol? Have you seen it? Do you know about it? Okay. Do you know about that tending to 0 symbol? Let's see. No, you don't know. Okay. Please, if you know or if you don't know, please comment here. That is using limit. Okay. That is using limit. Okay. So maths. No. Muhammad Habib also, you don't know. Okay. Deepansh, you don't know. Yashaswini, don't know. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. Harshdeep, don't know. Watch here carefully. It is not, tending to that, this and all. Okay. It is simple operator, that is a minus minus greater than 0. Okay, that is the operator. A minus minus post decrement. Okay, then we are checking it is greater than 0 or not. So this is a simple operator. Purposefully, I have confused you. Okay, so let's write. Yes, we can write them together like this. So let's see what happens. It's a post decrement. Okay, it's post decrement. So if I trace, okay, if I trace it, no, before that, before I trace, I want you to trace it. Please trace and tell me what's the output. So I hope that most of you have got clarity now. So let's see. Some are telling 210, 3210. Let's trace, right? So first we have to do that memory box, right? A value. What is the A value? A value is 3 in the beginning. Okay. So while A minus minus, right? So it is post decrement, decrement later. Now use the value of A. What's the value of A now? 3. Is 3 greater than 0? Is 3 greater than 0? Okay, question mark. But as soon as I use 3, I have to go to the memory, immediately I have to decrement it to 2. Is it clear? As soon as I use the 3 value, go to the memory, decrement it to 2. Okay. But what you have to check here is 3 greater than 0. Yes, 3 is greater than 0. Then control will come inside. Now it is trying to print the A value. When it is trying to print the A value in the memory, what is the A value? Okay. When you're trying to print the A value in the memory, what is the A value? The A value is 2. So in my output, okay, in the output, first the value which is printed is 2. Okay, after printing that 2, it will check the condition again. Okay, A minus minus means now use the A value, later you decrement. So what is the A value now? A value is 2. I will use the 2 value now. But immediately I will come back to the memory and I will decrement it to 1. But I'll check the condition is 2 greater than 0. Question mark. Yes, 2 is greater than 0. Condition is true. Execute, execute this SOP A. I'm printing the A value, but what is the memory in the A value? It is 1. So 1 I'll be printing. After printing 1, again I'm checking the condition. A minus minus, decrement later. Now use the value of A. What's the value of A now in the memory? It is 1. So I will write 1 here, but immediately I'll go to the memory and make it 0. I have to decrement. I have to check the condition. Is 1 greater than 0? Question mark. 1 is greater than 0. Yes, condition is true. Print the A value. What is the A value? A value is in the memory which is 0. It will print 0. Then after printing 0, okay, it will check the condition again. What's the A value? A value is 0, but it will go to the memory, make it minus 1. Decrement should happen. Is 0 greater than 0? No. Condition is false. And when the condition is false, control will come out of the while loop. Okay. So I hope that you have understood here. So I'll compile and execute, and you take this screenshot. Okay. Yes. So those who told 210, it is right. Copy it and take the screenshot. And meanwhile, please tell me whether you have understood or not. Okay. So how 0? You just have to trace it. Okay. You just have to trace it. You'll understand what to do is, Suraj, when I upload this video in the YouTube, you can again watch it there. I'll take some more examples because the same thing I can't repeat because it's already available in the YouTube. So let's see. I will clear all drawings. Okay. So now I want you to trace, okay, a plus plus, is it less than 5, a value is 2. Yes, please trace this, and tell me what is the output. The answer is 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. So definitely, if we start to trace, what's the a value in the memory? A value is 2. A plus plus, okay, means increment later. Now use the value of a. What's the value of a now? A now is 2. I'll be writing 2 here. Okay, but immediately go and make it 3. Is 2 less than 5? Yes. Execute this line. When you're printing a value, what's the a value in the memory? It is 3. So in my output, 3 will be printed first. Then it will check the condition again. Again, a plus plus post decrement, post increment later. Now use the value of a. What's the value of a in the memory? 3. I'll be writing 3. Increment later. Come here and increment later. A later means not after 5 minutes. Later means after using it. That's it. Immediately. So is 3 less than 5? Yes. Condition is true. Execute the SOP. SOP value is a. A value is 4. Print 4. After printing 4, again, go and check the condition. A plus plus. Now use the value of a. What's the value of a now? 4. But go and increment it to 5. Is 4 less than 5? Yes. SOP a value. What's the a value in the memory? 5. It will print 5. It will check the condition again. Use the value of a now. What's the value of a in the memory? 5. But go and increment it to 6. A value becomes 6. But when you check the condition, is 5 less than 5? No, condition is false. When the condition is false, the control will come out of the while loop and your output will be 3, 4, and 5. I hope this is simple to understand. So, those who are not done it, take the screenshot. Yeah. Yes. So take the screenshot first. I hope you have taken that screenshot. Okay, done. Let's see. Annotate. I'll clear all the drawings. So I hope you have understood this while loop here. Okay. So I'll do one thing here. I'll tell you one general thing. Okay, that is, let's say I have created one variable int I equals to 0. Int I equal to 0, and I'll tell uh, while I is less than 3, while I is less than 3, SOP I value. Okay, SOP I value. As soon as I print this I value, okay, I plus plus, this is what I'll do. So what am I doing? I'm printing the I value, then I'm incrementing the I value. So now let me write here. Let me write here 2. So if I start to trace, okay. Okay. So let's trace here. I value in the memory. What's the I value in the memory? It is 2. Okay. Is it 2? Is it less than 3? Yes. So the I value, I have to start from 0. Okay. Let me start from 0 so that we can trace. I value has to start from 0. Let's do it. So I value in the memory. I value starts from 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, condition is true. 0 is less than 3. Execute the body of the while loop. SOP I. What's the I value in the memory? It is 0. So in the output, okay, in the output, what will be printed is 0 will be printed. As soon as you print 0, what you're doing? I plus plus you're doing. So I will be incremented to 1. As soon as you increment, what will happen? It will see the closing bracket of while loop. Whenever it sees the closing bracket of while loop, it will immediately check the condition. Okay, is I less than 3? Now, what is the latest I value in the memory? The latest I value in the memory is 1. So it will check is 1 less than 3. Yes, 1 is also less than 3. SOP I value I'm telling. What's the I value now? 1. It will print 1. As soon as it prints 1, the control will come to the next line, I plus plus. I value in the memory becomes 2. It will increment to 2. So after this incrementation, it sees the closing bracket of while loop, so it will check the condition again. When it checks the condition, okay, what is the I value now? 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, 2 is also less than 3. If that is the case, execute, condition is true, so execute the body of while loop. When I'm executing the body of while loop, you're telling SOP I. What's the I value now? I value in the memory is 2, so it will print that 2. As soon as it prints 2, I plus plus you are telling. I plus plus means I becomes 3 here in the memory. As soon as I becomes 3, you're seeing the closing bracket, so it will check the condition again. When you're checking the condition, what's the I value in the memory? It is 3. Is 3 less than 3? No, condition is false. 3 is not less than 3. 3 is equal to 3. So now the condition becomes false, and when the condition becomes false, control will come out of the while loop. Okay, so what's the output here? It is 0, 1, and 2. Okay, 0, 1, and 2. So let's see here. In this example, I wanted to show you two important points. One of the point is how the control will flow. Okay, so you have seen how the control will flow. Now, one more thing is, before I tell one more thing, take this screenshot first. Take this screenshot. Okay, so I hope you have taken this screenshot. Now, one more thing, what I wanted to tell you is, if you start I from 0, okay, if you start I from 0, and if you write a condition like this, that is I less than 3. Now, for what I values, okay, you have to understand, for what I values will this condition be satisfied, right? So, yes, let me write it here. Let me clear all the drawings. Okay, so your I has started from 0. Okay, and what is your condition? Your condition is always I should be less than 3, it seems, right? This is the condition. So which are the values of I for this condition to be satisfied? I value starts from 0. So 0 is less than 3, comma, 1 is less than 3, comma, 2 is less than 3. Okay, this is what you have to think. Okay, there are 3 values which are less than 3, which means for loop will execute for how many times? 3 times. Okay, so I want you to understand this. But if you write, if you write one more thing, that is, if I is less than or equals to, okay, if you write one more equals to sign, then the equation will change. So what will happen is now there are 4 values, right? 0 is also less than or equals to 3, 1 is also less than or equals to 3, 2 is also less than or equals to 3, 3 also is less than or equals to 3. So all these values are less than or equal to 3. So that's why you don't understand, this less than 3 and less than or equal to 3, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. So what I want you to understand is your for loop will execute for how many times? 3 times. Okay. For example, let me write here hi. Okay. So this hi will be executing for how many times? 3 times. Okay. Why? You can understand that if I start from 0 and if I is less than k, the for loop will execute for k times. 3 times I is that. If I change here I is less than 2, how many times my loop will get executed? Yes. Whatever number is there, that many times the loop will get executed. There the I value is less than 2. Yes. If it starts from 0 and if I write less than k, it means that it executes for k times. Okay. Let's see. Compile, and when I execute, yes, 2 times it is executed. If I tell I is less than 1, which are the values which is less than 1? Only 0, which means only one time. So what you have to understand is, okay, how many times it will execute? Only once. Whatever number you are seeing in the while loop, those many times the while loop will execute, provided your I should start from 0 and it should be less than symbol here, right? If these two conditions are there, if it is less than and I start from 0, then your while loop will execute for n number of times. If I tell 5, I'll be having 5 high here. Okay, high 5 times. Five times. See, you can count it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that point you have to understand. Okay. No, sir, I want to write here less than or equals to only. Okay. If you write like less than or equals to, one extra value will be added. Because which are the values where this condition will be satisfied? 0 is less 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 6 values will be there, which is less than or equals to 5. Right? 6 values are. If you want to use less than or equals to, is you better start from 1, right? Because see, 1 is less than or equals to 5, 2 is less than or equals to 5, 3, 4, 5 is less than or equals to 5. So 5 values. If I write start I from 1, okay, so I'll get the output 5 times my high will get executed. So I hope you have understood 5 times will get executed. If you want 5 times to be executed, either start from 0 less than 5 or start from 1 and less than or equals to 5. So this is the difference which you have to understand. Okay. So I hope you have understood while loop here. While loop you have understood. So let's go for for loop here. Let's go for loop. So later we'll come to do while loop. Okay. So if you notice what I have done here, I have written a while loop, right? So the same thing I'll be converting it to the for loop. Okay, watch here. So when I wrote a while loop, it was like this. Yes. First I wrote int I equals to 0. Yes, then I wrote while I is less than let's say 3, right? I is less than 3. Then system dot out dot print what value? I value. Then I plus plus. So this is the code which we had written, right? Yes. Now if you notice, what we are doing here, we are making it very messy, right? We are making it very messed up. That is, the initialization is somewhere, right? Initialization is somewhere, and condition is somewhere. Your printing is somewhere, and I plus plus incrementation is also like they are in separate ways, right? Yes. So to overcome this problem, they have given one loop, that is for loop. It is very structured and it is very neat. Okay. So as soon as you look at the signature of the for loop, you will understand very clearly, right? In one line, you can understand. Okay, this is the thing. Okay. Now I know some of you might not know what is for loop, so I'll write here for loop. Watch here. Okay, your for loop. Okay, if I write a for loop here, so for loop, what it has something called as initialization. Okay, I'll name it as init. It is something called, it has three blocks here. First one is initialization. Second one is condition. Okay, condition. Second one is condition check. And third one is update statement. These are the three things. And the last thing is the body of the loop. Okay, these are the three things which you have to understand. So if I write a for loop now for this example, the for loop will look like this. Okay, watch here. I hope you know that this is also. Don't you think this is also called as initialization? Yes. This is declaration and initialization, which means it is an initialization. So if I write a for loop now, if I write a for loop, first you have to write initialization. So whatever I have written here, int I equals 0, I'll be writing it here, int I equals to 0. Okay, initialization I have done. Okay, now can you see a condition here? Condition check. On that condition, I'll be writing here I is less than 3 condition. Okay, I have done here. So, okay. Next, what we'll do is update statement. Can you see this is the update statement? Because each and every time, what happens each and every time I plus plus is happening means it is updating every time. So that update statement, I'll write it here I plus plus. Okay. So Muhammad, don't try to put arrow. Okay, don't try to put arrow. So like if I'll get distracted, that will be the problem here. So after this for loop, what should I write inside? The body of the while loop. What's the body of the while loop? That is system.out.print I. Okay. So this is how your for loop will look like. Okay. If you notice, for loop and while loop, your for loop is much neater. It is much neater because everything, it is done in one line, right? Initialization, condition check, and update statement. So this is how we'll be writing our for loop. Okay. Now for a second, take this screenshot so that I can explain this for loop better. Take this screenshot. Okay. So I hope you have taken this screenshot here. Okay. So how the control will flow? Let's see. I will clear all this. Okay. Yes, we'll see. I'll write a for loop here. Okay, we'll trace. I can write int I equals to 0 here. Okay, I'll tell I is less than 3. Instead of telling I plus plus, I will tell plus plus I. That is also fine. Okay, because I have told you, in one statement, if there is only one update statement, then whether it is pre-increment or post-increment, it doesn't matter. Do you remember that I have told you? In one statement. Now, don't think that, sir, this is whole one statement. No, this is not one statement. Statement means from the semicolon to the next semicolon. So, if you notice, before this there is semicolon. So this is that one statement. That is only one statement. Okay. So yeah, I'll be silent. So I can write plus plus I. That is also fine. Or I can write I is equals to I plus 1. This is also fine. But see, don't think that you have to put a semicolon here. No, you should not put semicolon. Okay, don't put semicolon. There is a semicolon for the first block. There is a semicolon for the second block. But for the third block, there is no semicolon. So don't try to put a semicolon there. Okay, fine. So I have written I equal I plus 1, and I have written here. Okay, SOP system.out.print that I value. Now let's trace and let's see what will happen. Okay, so if I trace, what will happen is the control will first come to this for loop. When the control comes to the for loop will give the control to the I. The for loop will give the control to the I. So int I equal to 0, initialize. So now the memory is created. I value memory is created. What is I value memory now? 0. It is initialized to 0. After initialization, how the control will flow is control will come to this condition check. Okay, it will come to the condition check. This is how the control flows. What's the I value in the memory now? I value in the memory is 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, 0 is less than 3. Condition is true. If the condition is true, don't think that update will happen. No. If the condition is true, immediately the body is executed here. SOP I. So in our output, what is the I value? I value is 0. So SOP 0 will be done. After it prints 0, it will see the closing bracket of for loop. Whenever it sees the closing bracket of for loop, okay, what will happen? It will, in the while loop, it will check the condition. But here, it will do update statement. It will do update statement. So I is equal to I plus 1. Now your I value is incremented to 1. I value is incremented to 1. Okay. After I value is incremented to 1, again it will check the condition. Okay, again it will check the condition. What's the I value now? 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, 1 is less than 3. This is also true. Right? Condition is true. So it will again execute the body. So SOP I, in the memory, what's the I value? 1. So SOP 1 will be printed. As soon as it prints 1, it will see the closing bracket. Closing bracket, whenever it sees, again it will check the, what it will update the statement. So I plus 1, I becomes 2. As soon as update happens, again it will check the condition. What's the I value? I value is 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. 2 is less than 3. So again you are telling, print, execute the body of for loop. SOP I value. What's the I value? 2. 2 will be printed. As soon as you print 2, it will see the closing bracket of for loop. So update statement will happen here. I is equal to I plus 1. I value becomes 3. As soon as I value becomes 3, it will check the condition. Okay. Is it 3? Is it less than 3? No. Condition is false. And when the condition is false, the control will come out of the for loop. So what we have printed in the output? We have printed 0, 1 and 2. Okay, we have printed this. So let me go back and let's see whether we are getting the same output or not. So I'll be writing here for loop. Int I should start from 0. I'll tell I is less than 2, I less than 3, I plus plus system dot out dot println print I. Let's see. So we have printed 0, 1 and 2, right? Okay. So now what I would like to explain is, yes, before that, take this screenshot, I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now I'd like to explain, how similar while loop and for loop was actually. So watch here, what I'll be doing is I'll be erasing all of them. Okay, so yes. Don't worry, those who are not understood for loop, don't worry, there is a solution for that also. Let me close this for loop. Okay. So let me write a while loop simultaneously here so that you'll understand how the while loop was. Okay. So if I write a while loop, it was like this. First I told int I equals 0, and in the while loop I had told, okay, while I is less than 3, right? And here, what was that? Here, system dot out dot print I, then I plus plus. So this is what I had written in the while loop. Okay, this is what I had written. Now, how the control will flow here? Now, don't you think when the control is coming for the while loop, okay? When the control is coming for the while loop, first it will initialize. So when the control is coming for the while loop, don't you think first it will initialization will happen? Yes. Now you see here when the control is coming to for loop, don't you think here also first initialization happens? Yes, both are same. Here in the while loop, as soon as initialization happens, what will happen? Yes, you are checking the condition of the while loop. So here also, don't you think after initialization you are checking the condition? Yes, both are same. Here you see in the while loop, after you check the condition, if the condition is true, tell me whether we are printing I or we are incrementing I. You are printing the I value first, which means after checking the condition here, don't go here and print, don't update, no, don't update, but you have to execute the body, because here also we are executing the body, right? So we have to execute the body. Okay, you see here after you executed SOP statement, after you executed SOP, don't you think you are incrementing? Yes, here also after you are executing SOP, what should happen is incrementation should happen. So the control will come back incrementation. As soon as you have done incrementation, what will happen? The control will go to the condition. Agree? Control will go to the condition. So same thing here. After incrementation happen, the control will come to the condition check. If the condition is true, again execute the body. Yes, if the condition is true, again execute the body. After executing the body, increment I plus plus. After executing the body, I plus plus. So I hope you have understood how similar your for loop and while loop is. If you want, you can take this screenshot. You can take this screenshot, and in the meanwhile, what I'll do is I will do one scene, I will do one scenario, I will tell one story so that you will understand this for loop very clearly. Okay. So I hope you have taken this screenshot. Okay. So So let's imagine, okay, let's imagine there is a there is a raw agent. There is a policeman. There is a policeman. So this policeman has got one job because this China people, they started this war, right? That is Corona war. So what we have to this what this person has to do is this police guy, what this person has to do. This person has to take this antidote. Government has given some antidote, okay, like like a 50 lakh antidote they have given. These are all tiny capsules in a nano capsule, okay, so it can easily fit in his bag. So he has given this, he has been received this sacred duty. So what he has to do? He has to go from city to city to city. He has to go from city to city, and what he has to do? He has to give that antidote to that to the city officers. Okay. So let's see what he will do is he'll start his journey, right? He'll start his journey. Let's say there is a city zero, there is a city one, there is a city two, there is a city three, and four, like this. So this policeman, he is very repetitive policeman, right? So will he go in walk from city to city? No. Will he go in cycle? Will he go in bike? No. He will go in helicopter because it's a national emergency. So let's draw one helicopter. This is his helicopter. Okay. Yes. Don't worry. I don't have to draw exactly because it is not shakalaka boom. Right? It will not come into reality. I can draw however I want. So let's imagine this is a helicopter and this is that police person, ready to jump. Okay, this is the police person ready to jump. Now he'll jump, he'll jump, and when he jumps, okay, so he will land on the city zero. Okay. Now when he was jumping, there was a wristwatch, smartwatch. He got one information. He got one information that from the city three, from the city three, this China will start. Okay, this China will start from the city three. This China, country, that border will start. He got to know. So he landed. He landed on city zero. As soon as he lands, as soon as he landed, tell me, will he go to the hospital and give? Will he go to the hospital and give the antidote there? No. First, he will check, right? Hey, whether I'm standing in India or China, he will check like that. Agree or not? First, he has to check whether did I land in my nation or did I land in other nation. So he'll check. Oh yes, he'll think. Yes, I have landed in India. Yes, I have landed in India. My condition is true. Okay, if he's landed in India, what he has to do? He has to do the task which he has been assigned for. He has been assigned for giving the antidote. So he'll give the antidote. Okay, he'll give the antidote. After giving the antidote, will he stay there in the same city and will he make babies? No, right? He'll move to the next city, right? So update will happen, right? Update will happen. After he moves to the next city, as soon as he goes to the next city, will he give the antidote directly? No. He will check whether I'm standing in India or China. Yes, I'm standing in China. If I'm if I'm standing in India, give that antidote there. Yes, he has given antidote there. As soon as he gives the antidote, his job is done. He has to immediately update himself, right? He has to go to the next city. He will go to the next city. As soon as he goes to the next city, again first he will check whether I am standing in India or China. I'm standing in India. So give the antidote there. He has given antidote there. As soon as he gives antidotes, he'll go to the next city. As soon as he goes to the next city, he'll ask one person, hey, is this India or China? That was China actually. So immediately this Chinese people call this the government. So what happened is government came and definitely if Indian people now in this scenario, if he goes there, he'll be killed. And this person, he was killed unfortunately. He's dead now. So when he's dead, what happened? His dead body comes out, right? His dead body comes out, which means his task is ended now. His task is ended. He did his task very neatly. So if he has to die, which means if the follow-up has to get ended, if he has to die, so tell me, what is the last city he visited? What's the last city he visited? Was it the city 2 or was it the city 3? This is the important thing you have to understand. Okay, which is that I value which will be updated in the last. What will be the last I value? This is very important for a programmer to understand. What do you think? What's the last I value? Is it 2 or 3? It is 3. Okay, because he visited 3, he is dead. Because he visited 3, he is dead. That is why the last I value in the memory will be 3. Okay, so it will be 3. So this is what you have to understand. So I hope you understood. If I write a for loop now if I write a for loop, I hope you can, those who are in the beginners, they can understand. So for loop, okay, int I equal to 0. I'll write I less than 3. I'll write I plus plus. Okay, then I'll write here SOP I. Now let's see, maybe you'll understand how the control will flow. Yes. Let me change this color. Okay. So tell me, how many times from the helicopter did he jump? Once or every time? Only once? Yes, initialization happens only once. Okay, it happens only once. As soon as he landed, did he execute the body or did he first check the condition? Yes, as soon as he landed, he has to check whether I'm standing in India or Pakistan. That's the condition check, he has to do. Yes, he's standing in India. If he's standing in India, should he go to the next city or should he give antidote and go to the next city? Yes, he has to execute the body, right? So if the condition is true, what you have to do is execute the body, then go to the next city, I plus plus. As soon as you go to the next city, what you have to do? You check the condition again. So I hope, very simple way you have understood how this for loop will work. Okay. So this is the basics of for loop. If someone asks explain for loop, don't tell China examples. Okay. This is just so that you can understand. Okay. So what I'll do is, let me, since you understood this for loop, let's say do while loop some other day. Okay. Now we'll execute this code snippets. Okay. Let's execute code snippet. Okay. So what I'll do is, I'll write one code here. You tell me what's the output. Okay. So I'll tell if 2 is less than 5, okay, if the condition is true, print high. Okay, print high. What is the output? Can anyone tell me? Okay, if I put in double quotes, what's the output? Is 2 less than 5? Is 2 less than 5? What is the output? Okay, yes, because 2 is less than 5, right? Yes, well, so what's here? 2 is less than 5. There is no doubt. Output is high. Watch here. Is there anyone telling any other answer? You should not tell, because answer will be what? Let's see, what is the answer? Answer is high only, right? Yes. But if I tell is 50 less than 5? Tell me, is 50 less than 5? Is 50 less than 5? No, which means the condition is false. If the condition is false, will I print high? Will I print high? So what will be the output according to you? Let's see. Let's see how many of you know basics here. Let's see how many of you know basics. Because I definitely know, that majority of you, yes, you are attending the classes, but majority of you are thinking, hey, I know this if and else, why you are asking this simple question. Yes, now let's see. So Shahib is telling, no, it will not print anything. What is that? Shirshen is telling, it will not print anything. So Harshdeep, what is your answer? Deepanshu, what is your answer? Yashaswini, what is your answer? Let's see. Only 2 people have told me that it will not print anything. So nothing. Manas Roy is also telling it will not print. Why it will not print? It is very simple, sir. Because condition is false. If the condition is false, it will not print anything. Simple. Why you are asking such silly questions, right? Yes. So again, I'm seeing that many of you are telling nothing. But what if I tell it will still print high? What if I tell you it will still print high? Let's see. You are thinking, sir, we will not believe you. Execute and show it to us. Yeah. Let's see. I'll execute and let's see. Yes. See, it is still printing high only, right? So I know most of you are getting shocked now, because if this question was asked in any interview and if you messed up there, then definitely you'll feel resentful throughout your career. Such silly questions you have made mistake. So how it is, yeah, because of the semicolon, right? Yes, you have to understand what is this semicolon. This semicolon means end of the statement. Wherever you put semicolon, it means end of the statement. So what you are telling now is, you're telling, you have told the condition. Okay, it's like this. Okay, it's like this. You have told your friend, hey, if you are taking 50 rupees from me from tomorrow, then you're telling, but you're not telling anything. You forgot your cases there. You didn't tell anything. You told, hey, I forgot, you go like that. So this semicolon means forgetting. You're putting the condition, then you're telling, hey, nothing, sorry, you go your way, I'll go my way. So semicolon means nothing. So you told condition, again you told semicolon, which means your if condition ends here. Your if condition ends here. The property of if, the whatever property is there, if the condition is true, execute if the condition is false, execute else. all those property will end here. If it ends here, then what will happen? Now this is considered as not a part of a if now, because if is ended. Now this is considered as a normal block. Okay, this is considered as a normal block. This block doesn't have any condition. It has ended, right? It doesn't have any condition. It will execute as it is normally, right? Whether the condition is true or the condition is false, it will execute normally. So that is why we got this output as high, because it is a normal block which is executing. So whatever whether your condition is true or false. Now if I write true, condition is true, right? Condition is true, but it is ending there only. There is no effect of the condition. So which means that if I remove this, yes, this is what has been executed till now. Now this is called as a block. Yes, you can write block within a block within a block, no problem. You put a bracket, it becomes a block. Okay, no need to worry about those blocks. You just have to understand that this statement executed. Okay, so if I compile and execute, watch here. See, it will print high because it's a normal block. So when you put an if condition, and as soon as you put condition, immediately you told semicolon, you're telling no need the property of if. Below has no relation with the if. I hope you have understood. So what I'll do is I will write like this so that you can take the screenshot. Okay, take the screenshot, and what is the output? Output is still high only, even the condition is false. Okay, yes. Take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay. Now let's see for the for loop. I'll tell for loop, okay, and in the for loop I'll write here int I equals to no, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll create a for loop. Let's see what and all syntaxes are valid here. What and all syntaxes are valid. I'll tell int, okay. I'll tell int I equals to 0 and I is less than 2, I plus plus. I plus plus, and here I'll tell system dot out dot println. So what are the values which it will print? Println I. If I tell print I, it will print for 0 and 1, because 0 and 1 are those values which are less than 2. So it will print for 0 and so you should be very quick in telling the answer, right? Because you saw the condition. The condition is I less than 2. Which are the values which are exactly less than 2? 0 and 1 are exactly less than 2. 2 is not less than 2. So 0 and 1 will be printed here like this, 0 and 1. And I want to show you, that I plus plus is also fine. Plus plus I is also fine. Watch here. Watch here. Plus plus I. See, same. Or I can tell I is equals to I plus 1. That is also fine. Right? So, okay. So what it is telling? Okay, I should not put semicolon. Okay, that's a mistake I have done here. If you notice, what am I doing here? There's a semicolon here, there's a semicolon here, and at the end also I have put a semicolon. I have to remove that semicolon. Let's see. I'll compile, and if I execute, okay, see 0 and 1. Or yesterday we have seen, okay, the one more way where you can tell I plus is equals to 1. This is also one more way. Yes. So anything you do, your wish. So we'll get the same output. So this is fine, right? This is fine. So what I wanted to show you was something like this. What will happen if I don't put this condition, sir? What will happen now? Is it an error? It is not an error. Okay, I want you to understand. When you write this condition as an empty, right? There is no condition here. It is considered as infinite while loop. Okay, it is considered as infinite while loop, which means the condition is always true. If the condition is always true, then how the execution will happen? Let's see. Let's see how the execution will happen. So first control will come to this for loop. So in the memory, what's the I value? I value is 0. As soon as for loop gets the control, first it will do initialization. Yes, it has done initialization. As soon as initialization, as soon as you landed, will you give the antidote or will you check whether I'm standing? You have to check the condition. So it will check the condition. There is no condition, means condition is true. Condition is true. If the condition is true, execute I. What's the I value? 0 will be printed. After printing 0, it will check. It will update I plus plus. I becomes 1. Again, it will check the condition. Condition is not there. Condition is true only. Condition is true. Again execute I. What's the I value now? I value in memory is 1. It will print 1. After printing 1, I plus plus I becomes a 2. Check the condition. Condition is true. Execute the I value. For loop here. So I value is 2. 2 will get printed. Like this, it will keep on printing. It will keep on printing. So let's see if I compile and execute, what will be the answer? What will be the answer? Compile and execute. If you notice, we have started from 0, right? And it is still keep on going, right? It is keep on increasing. It's an infinite loop. It will keep on increasing. So I hope you have understood that it's an infinite loop. So, okay, what I want to do is I will give the nodes as like this. I'll clear all the drawings. I'll tell if it is left empty. Okay, if it is left vacant. Okay, if it's left vacant, then okay, then it's an infinite loop. Please take this screenshot. Okay, take this screenshot. I hope maybe like 20 to 30% of you might known this. You might have known this, but yes, it is important to tell. Okay. So I hope you have taken this screenshot. Now you might be thinking, right? So should I write I plus plus here only? No, you don't have to write. Okay, but definitely you have to give semicolon. Okay, there is no doubt about it. There should be 2 semicolons. Okay, so that they can partition 3. So I plus plus, what you have to do is you can write here also I plus plus, no problem. You can leave that as empty. So what will happen is control will flow like this now. It's very simple, right? Definitely, as of now, let me give the condition because I don't want an infinite loop here. Is less than 2. Okay. So let's trace. I value in the memory is 0, right? After control comes to initialization, it will check the condition. Is 0 less than 2? Yes, 0 is less than 2. If the condition is true, execute the I value. What's the I value? 0 will be printed. I plus plus 0 becomes 1. After I plus plus happens, control will definitely come here, but there is no update statement here. So control will come again, check the condition. Okay. What's the I value in the memory? 1. Is 1 less than 2? Yes, 1 is less than 2. If 1 is less than 2, again execute the I value. What's the I value? 1 in the memory. After printing I, increment the I value becomes 2. After I value becomes 2, you are updating the statement. There is no update statement. You are checking the condition. What is the I value? 2. Is 2 less than 2? No. So follow the stop here. The output is 0 and 1. Okay. So clear all drawings. So we can write like this also. It is valid. Okay. So watch here. It's valid. I hope you have understood, right? Yes. So this is what we can do. Okay. Please take the screenshot. Yes, you have doubt? Someone has raised the hand. Okay. Now what I'll do is, yes, I'll do this. Sir, should we initialize here only? Sir, no, not required. You don't have to tell this also, right? For example, I'll cut it from here and I'll paste it here, like this. This is what I'll do. Okay. Now, what has happened here? Initialization I have done here. Yes, that is fine. Okay. So how the control will flow is the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. It's just I is declared above the line. We'll get the same output, no doubt about it. So this is also fine, right? So see, same answer, right? We can declare above. So take this screenshot so that you'll get to know that we can write like this also. Right? So after this, what we can do is we can do like this also. That is, I'll declare there, but I'll initialize inside. I equal to 0. Okay, I equal to 0. I equal to 0. Now, don't do the mistake of again writing int I equal to 0. Why? Because is I coming for the first time or second time? I is coming for the second time because first time it has already come here. If I is coming for the second time, then you should not declare the variable. You should just initialize the variable like this. So this also you can do. Okay, so you can take this screenshot also. Take this screenshot. This is also fine. Same answer. Take this screenshot. Yes, what if you don't initialize or increment? Yes, don't worry, I'll be telling it. So I hope you are taking the screenshot. So now let's see what will happen if you try to do int I here, because most of the time you will be doing like this. Okay? You will be doing definitely each and every one, 100% you will be doing in the future. So it is telling variable I is already defined, right? It is telling you have already declared. Why you are declaring again? Okay, so you will not do like this. Right? This is what will do. Now what will happen if I write a for loop something like this? Right? Okay. If you write for loop something like this, it is first of all an error, because for loop must have two semicolons to separate three blocks, right? Initialization block, condition check block, increment, update statement. So to separate them like this. Yes. So definitely, if I compile, it's a compilation error because I am telling to print the I value. I value I have not declared. So let's remove this I value, right? I'll tell print high. So when I write something like this, what will happen? Let's see. As of now, to explain this, I'll put some spaces here. So what will happen is like this. Watch here. Control will come to the for loop. Control will come to the initialization block here. Yes. So there is nothing to initialize. So there is nothing to initialize. So nothing will happen here. As soon as the block control comes here, the control will come here. Yes, the condition is always true, right? If the condition is empty, it is always true. If it is true, it will execute high, so high will be printed. As soon as it prints high, you will see the closing bracket, so it will go and update. It will try to update, but there is nothing to update, so no problem. It will try to check the condition again. Again, the condition is always true. So again, it will print high. It will execute the body. It will print high. It'll. I hope you understood here. It's an infinite high. Okay, it's an infinite high. So let's see here. If I compile and execute, whether it is infinite high or not. So you can take here, it's an infinite high while loop. Okay? Infinite loop, for loop, infinite loop. I'll come in here and tell it's an infinite. Yes, please take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot here. Okay. Now, one thing we'll see, definitely you don't have thought like this, but let's see this also. Int I equals to 0. I'll tell I is less than, yes, let me write here 2. Okay, I plus plus. Should I put a semicolon for this I plus plus? No, I should not put, right? Okay. Now, what we can do is I will tell here I plus plus also and J plus plus also. So if you want to update two values at a time, you have to put a comma there. Okay, if you have to update two values, you have to put a comma. If you have to do k plus plus, again put a comma and tell k plus plus, but don't put semicolon, never put semicolon. Yes, this is how you can update multiple statements. So this will be the thing which you should be knowing. How to update multiple statement? By comma. Okay. How to initialize multiple statement? It is the same way to initialize any variable, that is int I comma 0 comma j comma 5. And definitely there is a semicolon, right? So this is how you can initialize multiple variables in a for loop. Okay. So how to write multiple conditions? Sir, should I put semicolon? Should I put comma here also? I equals to 2, comma j is less than 10. Should I tell like this? Definitely not. Why? Because see very clearly. Don't you think this middle section is for the condition check? If it is for the condition check, which means the condition in the Java should be what value? Boolean values only. Tell me, is it a Boolean value? No. What will happen is, this is a Boolean value, then this is a Boolean value. In between this Boolean value, which is that comma operator which is coming, right? Why that comma operator is in between? Because if there are two Boolean values, if you want to make it as one Boolean value, there should be logical operator, right? Or there should be relational operator. But what is this comma operator there, right? So it will tell compilation error. It will tell compilation error. Why? Because that comma. That is not the way to write a condition, right? That is not the way to write a condition. Yeah, it is showing all kind of error here. See where the arrow it is showing. It is showing, where the semicolon. What is the semicolon? So whenever you want to combine two conditions, you know what you have to do. That is and operator you have to do. Hey, I should be less than 2 and j should be less than 10. That you can do. That is how to combine, right? Conditions. Don't put comma. So to combine initialization, put comma. To combine update statement, put comma. But to combine the condition, put and operator or operator, whichever is better for you. Okay, that is fine. So yes, you can take this screenshot. Okay, you can take this screenshot. You can take this screenshot. Again, notes is not important. Okay, understanding the concept is important. Once you understand, you will remember it. Okay, that is what is important, because you should not be in that engineering mode, where you believe that if you take down notes only, you will understand. If you have that mindset, then no one can help you. Okay, you should be learning on the go. Okay, because I'm teaching from the scratch. Definitely, it will be easy for you, but don't take any running notes. If you have talent, you can do it. Okay, so now what I wanted to show you was not this. Okay, I wanted to show you something else here. Okay, so let's write I plus plus. I plus plus. So I'll remove this infinite loop. What I'll try to do is I'll try to interchange I plus plus and SOP. I'll cut SOP and I'll paste it here. Okay, I have pasted that. I'll cut I plus plus and I'll paste it here. Yes. If you notice, for I plus plus now there is a semicolon, but for SOP there is no semicolon. Yes, we should not write semicolon in the for loop, right? For the last block, we should not write semicolon. Okay, now let's see how the control will flow, right? But the question is, can I write like this? Yes, you can write like this. That it's not an error. It's not an error at all. Okay, so if I trace, first the control is coming to follow, right? Follow will give to the initialization. So in the memory, what will happen? This is my memory, a value memory. I value is 0 will be initialized. As soon as initialization happens, what it will do? We'll check the condition. What's the I value? Is 0 less than 2? Yes, 0 is less than 2. If the condition is true, execute the body you are telling. I plus plus, you are telling do I plus plus. So immediately I becomes 1. As soon as there is I plus plus, what will happen? Control will come to this update statement. The control will come here. It will execute this statement SOP high. So don't think in the instead of telling SOP high, let me write SOP I value. Okay, I want to print the I value. So if I'm printing the I value, what's I value in the memory now? I value is 1. So in our output, I value is 1. As soon as printing happens, it will again check the condition, right? What's the latest value of I? I value is 1. Is 1 less than 2? Yes, 1 is less than 2. If condition is true, execute I plus plus. I immediately becomes 2. I has incremented. Your I value has incremented to 2. So as soon as it increments, what will happen? After as soon as it executes the body, control will again come to this update statement. SOP I you are telling. What's the I value now in the memory? 2. So I value will be it will be printing the I value, that is 2. As soon as you print the statement, don't think you're again checking the condition here. So what's the condition? I. What's the I value? 2. Is 2 less than 2? No, 2 is not less than 2. Condition is false. Control will come out. So what will be the output here? 1 and 2. So before I show you the output, please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot here. Yes, so I hope you have taken the screenshot. So let me show you the output. See, yes, I have to definitely make I write I value here, right? So it is 1 and 2 as we have derived. So definitely you can take the screenshot of the output also if you wish. Okay. Okay. So I hope you have understood, that you can write like this. What if you want to do multiple, statement? Maybe you can put comma. Maybe let's try. I want to print 2 things. So I'll copy this and I'll print like this. I'll print I and I'll print J. I'll print I and I'll print J, which means I have to initialize 2 things. I have to tell int I equal to 0 and J equals to 5. J equals to 5. Or let's say, J is equal to 5. Anything is fine. Let's see, can we print multiple statements like that? Is it a compile time error? No. So what will it be? Okay. So you notice this is the I value, then this is the J value. I value, J value. Why J is not getting incremented? Because you never told J plus plus. So I'll tell J plus plus here. Okay. So J will also get incremented. So this is what I'll do. Watch here. See, 1627. J is incremented. You're thinking like this now, sir, why it is printing in a new line? Because here in the output, here in the screen, we have printed I and J side by side. But in the compiler, why it is printing in a new line? So because I have, I hope you know this. If you tell print ln, right? If you tell print ln, cursor will come to the new line. Okay. If you tell print ln, cursor will come to new line. So as soon as you tell print I, it will come to the new line. You're telling print j, new line. Print I, new line. So for each and every output, it is a new line. Okay. So this is how, okay, your for loop is. So if I undo a little bit, okay, if I undo a little bit, now can anyone tell me, if I write I value here, what's the output now? What's the output? Okay. Or let me initialize it here. Let me tell, uh, right, I'll cut it from here and I'll tell paste, right? I'll tell paste. So what is the output here? Yes, I want to see the answer. Hmm. Answer is 0 and 1. Okay, answer is 0 and 1. Okay, great. So someone is telling error. Okay, answer is 0 and 1. Okay, let's see, what's the output here. Let's see. Zero or error. Hmm. Error is not there. So let's see what the answer. Okay, answer is 2. So I think no one has answered this very correctly. So basics, maybe no one knows here, right? So yes, it's good to know that that you don't know basics, so then I can teach, right? So what is happening? How you are getting 2, right? I'll tell you how you're getting 2. Can you see semicolon here? Semicolon means for loop has ended. Semicolon means for loop has ended. But before reaching semicolon, it will execute. That is the thing here. Okay, it will execute. Watch here. What happens is like this. So initialize I value is initialized to 0. In the memory, I'll write I value is initialized to 0. As soon as initialization is happened here, it will come to this for loop. Nothing is there, it's empty. It will check the condition. Okay, what is the condition here? I value is 0. Is 0 less than 2? Yes, 0 is less than 2. If the condition is true, execute the body you're telling. But where is the body? Because you have put it a semicolon, right? You have put it a semicolon. There is no body. That is what you are thinking. Okay. You are thinking that there is no body, but actually there is a body, right? So where is that body, sir? You can't see because it is invisible. It is like this, that body is placed like this. Can you see the brackets there? Yes, that is the body of the for loop. Okay, this is the body of the for loop. Who will place? You can't see it, right? Because there is a semicolon. That is what happens actually. So now let's imagine, there is a body here. So what happens actually is like this. Okay, after the complete for loop is initialized, okay, it is incremented. Then at the end, you are printing what is the last value of I. That's what you're doing. So the I value memory is 0. Is 0 less than 2? Yes. Yes means execute the body. Body is executed. There is nothing in the body. I plus plus I is incremented to 1. Okay. Check the condition. Is 1 less than 2? Yes. If the condition is to execute the body, there is nothing in the body, then I plus plus increment the I to 2. After incrementation, check the condition. Is 2 less than 2? No, condition is false. When the condition is false, what will happen is, now the control will come out of this semicolon. Now the control will come out of the semicolon. When the control comes out of the semicolon, now don't you think this is a normal block here? Yeah, right? This is a normal block. It is not a block which is related to for loop there. I have told you, right? Whenever the semicolon, it is relationship is ended. So it's a normal block. It will try to print the value of I. In the memory, look at the diagram and tell me what is the value of I. The value of I is the latest value, right? What's the last city he visited? Remember, right? The last city he visited was 2. Because he visited 2, the for loop condition got ended. The person died because he visited China. He is dead. So because this I value reached 2, the condition is ended and the control came out. So I hope you have understood the topic here. That's why the answer was 2. So you can take the screenshot here. You can take the screenshot. I hope you have taken this screenshot. Yes. So clear all drawings. So if I write like this, now what is the output? Can anyone tell me what's the output? I have removed the semicolon, right? Answer is 0 now. Okay. So let's see, let's trace it. What happens is again I have to draw the I memory, right? I value is initialized to 0. So I'll make I value to 0. So control is given to for loop. For loop will give the control to initialization block, but there is no initialization, no problem. It will check the condition. What's the I value? 0. Is 0 less than 2? Yes, condition is true. If the condition is true, what to do? Execute the body of the for loop. It will execute, but nothing is there. It will execute, but nothing is there. So after executing, it will go to I plus plus. I becomes 1. After I becomes 1, immediately it will check the condition. Is 1 less than 2? Yes, 1 is less than 2. Execute the body. There is nothing in the body. It will execute. Its duty is to execute. It will execute. I plus plus. I becomes a 2. It will check the condition after I plus plus. Is 2 less than 2? No, condition is false. When the condition is false, control will come out. And when the control comes out, it will print the value of I. What's the value of I? 2. So I hope you have understood here also that the output is same, right? Because whenever you try to print the last value of I, it will be the value for which the condition was false. Because if the condition was true, it will be inside the for loop. When it will come outside the for loop, if the condition is false, so you have to see for what value the condition will be false. The answer is 2. Take this screenshot. So I hope you have taken this screenshot, right? Yes. So regarding this for loop, right, you have understood almost 95%. Where we can do initialization, can I do initialization like this, how to do multiple initialization, what will happen if I don't write a condition, right? How to do multiple update statement, can I write a SOP inside the update statement, can I give an empty body? Yes. So I hope you have understood everything here. Okay. Now there are some more things to learn, okay, which you will be learning on your own. Because as I told you, in the first day, the best way to learn is trial and error. The best way to learn is trial and error. Okay. So once you know the basics, when you type, you'll feel that urge, hey, let me see what will happen if I put a semicolon. You will do that by your own, and definitely you'll understand even more better. Okay. So can we put SOP inside the if condition? Okay, very good question. Can you write SOP inside the if condition? Let me write it here something. So I will clear. I will tell clear all drawings. Okay. Can you write inside if condition? See, we can't write SOP ln inside if condition. So if I can't tell like this, if of SOP ln, like this I can't tell. Why I can't tell? This is a core Java concept. Okay, this is something where I'll tell you something. Okay, and see this. If I tell two is less than 5, what will happen? What will happen is something is returned, right? What is returned? A Boolean value is returned. Okay, 2 is less than 5 is removed from here. Evaluation of 2 is less than 5. The answer of 2 is less than 5 is true. So true will come and sit here. Why the true will come and sit here? Because that relational operator, it had a return type, right? It had a return type. But your SOP, it doesn't have a return type. Your SOP ln, it will only print it to the screen. It will not give anything back. Okay, see, this is a concept which I'm trying to explain, which most of you will not be knowing, but if you know, you might be understanding. So there is something called as void. Can you see void here? Void means you're telling, hey, I'm not giving anything back. I'm not giving anything back. So if your SOP is also void, your SOP is also void actually. So if you're not giving anything back, so what you're giving? You're giving void type. You're not giving anything back. You're giving what type? You're giving void type, right? If you're giving void type, tell me, your if condition, does it require Boolean type, integer type, or void type? It requires Boolean type only. Your if condition always requires Boolean type. You can't give number. We have seen it. Your if condition always require what type? Boolean type. But your SOP method is there, no? Your SOP method. This SOP method is not a method which returns Boolean type. So if I tell, if I put the simple condition like this, what it will tell? It will tell, watch here. What's the message here? I have compiled, cannot find symbol. Okay, I is not there. Let me tell print hi. Okay, print hi. Let's see what will be the output. Okay, so what it is telling, incompatible types, right? Void, because SOP returns what type? SOP returns void type. Void cannot be converted to Boolean, right? Your if condition needs Boolean, it wants Boolean, but it can't convert to Boolean. So that's the error message. I hope you have understood, right? But there is a way. There is a way how to do it. That we'll see in the future class. We'll see in the future class. Okay. Or maybe I'll tell you now itself. So there are three methods to print. There are three methods to print. One way is to print is using system.out.println. One more way to print is system.out.print. This is also one more way. Okay. As of now, let me print those three ways. I'll cut it and I'll tell like this. Okay. Yes. So what are the three ways to print? One is system.out.println. Here I'll tell this is println. Right. So one more way is to print. So this is print. So this is print ln. One more way is there, which most of you might not know. Okay, that is print f. Print f. So I'll write here print f. So these are the three ways to print something on the screen. So if I compile and execute, watch here. So these three will be my output. Print ln. Okay, print. Okay, then print f. You might be thinking, right, sir, after print, why the cursor has not gone to new line? Because println is the only method which prints something, then goes to new line. Your print method doesn't bring it to the new line. Okay, so your print method doesn't bring it to new line. If you want to bring it to the new line, you have to tell \n. You have to tell here, \n. Okay, so that it will come to the new line. So print ln by default has a \n, and now what you're told is print, then come to new line. For printf also you want to tell, so you tell printf \n. So in this way I can bring the cursor to the new line. So you have understood something that, okay, you have understood something, right? So in this way we can do it. Okay. Now the question is, why you are told about this printf method, sir? Why? Because see, this return type, return type is void. Okay, its return type is void, but its return type is stream. Okay, output stream. It is output stream. Okay, so definitely this is a object now. Its return type. It is returning something. It is returning something. Whenever it is returning something, then only I can use that comparison, right? Whenever I have value, I can use comparison. So what I will be doing now is like this. I'll tell if condition. Okay, printf, print f, system.out.printf, system.out.printf. I should not put semicolon, that's bad here. I'll be telling maybe hi. This is what you have to do. But okay. Now what's the problem? If I compile and execute, what's the problem? Okay, the problem is like this. Watch here. What is telling? Incompatible types, because your printf method is returning what type? It is giving you the answer of print stream type, but you want Boolean type, right? It is giving you print stream type, but you want Boolean type. So now the question is, how do you convert a print stream to Boolean? How do you convert a print stream to Boolean? Before answering that question, let me give a simple example. If I write 2 here, right, I'll compile, it will tell compilation error. Why compilation error? Because int cannot be converted to Boolean. Now the question is, how do you convert this integer to Boolean? The simple way to convert is like this: is equal to 2, right? So don't you think I have used a equal to operator? This is a relational operator, and all the relational operators is 2 less than 5. Yes means true. So all the relational operator returns what type? Boolean type. So in this way, okay, if I use relation operator, I can do what? I can return the Boolean value. So since I use relation operator, I can return the Boolean value. No compilation, no error. So how I converted this integer to Boolean? Same way what I'll do is, okay, watch here. I have print stream type here. I'll convert this print stream type to Boolean by telling double equals to sign. I'll tell print hi \n. Okay, I'll tell print hi. Again, I'll use the same type. Okay. Yes, I'll tell here print y. So I hope you have understood what I'm doing here, right? How I converted integer to Boolean by comparing with one more integer. Is 2 equal to 2? Same thing I'm doing here. Is print stream, is it equal to this print stream? I'm comparing. Okay. So when I'm comparing, definitely these two methods has to execute. So output I will get. Okay, I'll get output. Watch here. If I compile, no problem. And when I execute, I got hi bye. So I hope this concept is clear for you guys. Okay, how to print in a if. Okay, how to print in if in the simplest way possible with the logical explanation I've given you. Okay, I have explained. So before understanding this, definitely you have to know how to convert integer to Boolean. Okay. So right now, those who understood it's okay. Those who are not understood in the future classes will understand. Right now, you take the screenshot. Now, so yes, that's it for today. Okay, that's it for today. And tomorrow's class, we'll see. Okay, we'll see something about local variables and block variables. Then we'll start with star patterns. We'll start with star patterns from tomorrow. Yes. So thank you for attending this class, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Yes, thank you.